the pop bitch in the blue hills, y'all. Ooh, go. You never tasted paper. Trip. Race me on, try to chase the paper. I just faced the baker. You love me and Kobe when you make the Laker. Till you realize everybody in the world fucking hates the Lakers. Yeah, the bars let a nigga rock, kinda like your old job, nigga. One of my soul God niggas, smoke God niggas. Good kid, man, sitting there, real pot of legend, make the blood slide. Tears running down my cheek, laughing at you, pussy dying, it's a war cry. The music getting getting on the spots where boys got a little more pride. That's why all your friends dip into it, letting them pay and just find a tour guide. Ain't gon' run your fucking brain.
You gotta be the richest to have it. My brother has he's stuck in the stone. Hey, my man, I was back in my bones. I'm back in the suckers back in the day. My speed right, I go on a diet. But if I can eat, now I have a parade. I'm on the nine, I'm having a race. If I got the belly, we having a race. I'm swimming a tape, I'm second a race. We going to prison now.
Yeah. Come on, that's easy. Let's go. Got the shooters in the corner like the pack. She think Christian's out of bitch, she attractive. That's that shit that get you put up at the station. Love it. Like I wanna championship game. You know this money. Come on, they like it.
From the outside, inspired all this growth within. New plans being broken in. Highest elevation of the self. Ready to fuck around and get a bright nigga's wealth.
What's up, guys? I'm Silas Williams, aka TheSwolefessor, education on health and social well-being. Welcome to episode 7 of the Essence of Powerlifting, the prep series for the Lone Star Strength Classic, which we are 1 week out from. And man, God is good. All glory to God always, because y'all know how rough this prep has been. But y'all know the changes. We keep trying one thing, trying another. And y'all saw the most recent change we made last video, and it's been working great. I'm simply accepting that compared to what you would expect the general norm, despite my leverages, I'm somebody where I need high intensity and relatively high volume on top of pushing high volume on my accessories just all the time, like building it up, because I recover. Like I get under this fatigue, but then I adapt quickly, I recover, and I keep it moving, because like I'm definitely feeling way more fatigued now than what I have been the past couple of blocks, but that's good, because it means that we're doing enough, and it gives us something to taper back off of. And with my fatigue going up, my fitness is going up as well. Like, y'all remember how 230 moved on week 3 last block. Like I said, it was the first time in my life where week 3 felt worse than the week 2, like RP10. So to move it like that today was huge. I'm so happy about that. Y'all also saw little sis, you know what I'm saying, the real swole sister Bria, y'all saw her squat as well, which has been something we've been trying to bring back since Nationals. It was so strong going into Nationals, but then just been playing with a bunch of different stuff. And funnily enough, right, being siblings, it's the same thing. She needs a lot of high volume and a constant base of high intensity. We can't let that intensity get below a certain threshold. And even though the intensity goes up, we don't need to like compensate by trying to adjust the volume, even though you would think, that's a lot of volume and intensity for someone leveraged like us. And things are blowing up. I mean, her squat moved beautifully. So we're both in a great spot for being 1 week out from this meet. I'm very excited to see how things go. And it's funny because I was looking back on like the first episode and being like, man, did I call it or what? When I was like, yo, this is the essence of powerlifting, where it's not so much about, you know, hitting a bunch of fancy PRs. It's about just putting in that work and putting myself against, like, you know, my friends, my clients who I'll be competing against, and just go on the platform and doing it where it really counts. And like I said, I called it because I've not hit a single PR this prep. I don't think that's ever happened like for any prep I've done, where I've not hit a single PR. No PR triples, doubles, singles, 4s, 5s, 6, no training total PR. It's just been all the changes and tinkering with stuff, which I said has been very frustrating when I've been as locked in as I've been with my outside variables. The most locked in I've been with my outside variables since my daughter's been born. And it was very frustrating. I feel like you're putting in all this work and not getting the result you want. But you know, just trust God, trust my coach Brad, and give him the feedback needed, shift my mindset to, hey, just work and leave the rest alone, just work, don't overthink it, let Brad do the thinking, and you just execute, and it's been going great, so I'm really happy. We'll see how things go with bench and deadlift, obviously, but as of right now, we're off to a really good start.
When you leaving? Tomorrow morning. Come back.
All right, so bench felt great. Keep in mind, week 1 I did 150, week 2 I only did 152.5 because having the priming day, day 5, the day before the primary bench was kind of nuking me a little bit. Even though it was feeling good, it was like kind of nuking my top end. So all we changed for this week going into today was we just dropped the single off. It's okay, I already have that single from the secondary intensity on Wednesday, right? My fourth bench day, but my secondary intensity day. So it's like, okay, just get the practice in on the Friday with the light sets, which I did yesterday, and I came today feeling much better. What we'll probably do going into the meet itself is just take those sets and put them back on Thursday, just have a full day to rest on Friday, and then come in Saturday feeling good, and I shouldn't feel detrained. But I felt really, really good there with the 160. Like I felt tight, I felt stable. Those were very quick commands. I drove through really, really well, so no issues as far as that. And I just know just from pulling back on the dips, the chest press, like that's the thing. Like I took it a little bit easier on my accessories this past week. We didn't taper anything. I just didn't push the threshold quite as hard because with all this additional volume I'm doing, the fatigue definitely spiked up, which is what we want. We still got to manage it. So I pulled back on the intensity a little bit. And now this week we'll actually start tapering things off, like the chest press, the dips, not going as hard on the leg press. Today I already tapered the squat. I dropped 1 set of my back downs, right? No tapering of the bench until like the second half of the week, closer to the meet as far as the bench itself, just the accessory work. But we're feeling good, man. We're off to a great day. Just got to finish on with deadlift.
Trust these whole niggas. Wake up early in the morning, eat that pussy like cold pizza. Hate that nigga be ball blocking, acting like some goalkeepers. There's a reason for everything. My niggas kill for no reason. Camo shots for the whole beater. All black and I'm Grim Reaper. Look like
All right, guys, we are back at the crib, and I really couldn't be happier with today. Like I said, considering how rough this prep has been, all the adjustments, all the back and forth, I'm very happy with how today went. Like, just like I said, complete night and day difference. Week 3 SBD today compared to week 3 SBD last block. It's I'm beyond happy, and it's one of these things too where I'm very grateful because it's like this prep, as I already told you guys before, not only has it been one of my hardest, but it's been the first time in my life, not just powerlifting, but in my life, where I wasn't enjoying training. Like from pretty much January all the way up until about like 3-4 weeks ago, I was not enjoying training at all, which is a weird feeling for me. It's just something that I dealt with a lot over the years with clients, and I've been able to help them through it and work through it and figure out where it's coming from mentally. But for me, it's one of these things where even if I don't necessarily care about competing, or even if I don't feel super bought into a meet that I'm doing, I always enjoy the training aspect of it. Like from age 11 to 17, when I was doing my calisthenics, always enjoyed it. When I started lifting weights, doing full body style training at 17, always enjoyed it. When I got into powerlifting when I was in college in my 20s, I've always enjoyed the training aspect. Because the powerlifting itself is kind of just to give me a goal and direction to go. But I've always enjoyed training. Even when I've had days where I didn't feel like going to the gym, once I got there, I never regretted being there. This was the first time where I would get through full sessions. By the time I was done, be like, man, I wish I hadn't been here doing all that. But stayed disciplined, got the work done, and like I said, the past 4 weeks or so, I've definitely been back where I need to headspace wise. And I've learned a lot from this prep. Like with a lot of stuff I had to do, tinker with and adjust, it's led to so much success for my clients who've been competing recently because I'm just able to figure things out and kind of know what to do. And that's how it's kind of always been for me, where it's like, it's always been easier to kind of coach and help others, whereas with myself, I'm always my biggest puzzle to solve, right? But shout out to Brad for being in my corner as far as that and being the coach that I trust to do everything needed. As far as that, since at this point, 2019 all the way up to now, we've always figured it out. And he's always given me 100% effort on that front, which I'm very, very grateful for. And honestly, it all makes sense when I look at things full circle, because it's like in 2021, I was doing a lot of workload, squatting 3 times a week, benching 5 days a week, pulling twice a week, pushing accessories hard. Intensity was up, was doing quite a bit of volume, not even as much volume as what I'm currently doing right now, but the most volume that I had done up to that point. But of course, when I decided to cut back down to 75 kg, when they changed the weight classes, we had to scale the volume back. Keep the intensity relatively high, we had to scale the volume back so I could recover. I think the issue really came down to that when we started moving back up in weight, we just intensified the structure we had more, but didn't so much increase the volume the way that we really needed to, right? And then whenever we would kind of increase the volume, we kind of pull back on the intensity. And I'm simply somebody where I need a constant baseline of intensity. Like even on my easier weeks, the intensity has to be at a certain very specific threshold, which is true for everybody, but for me, it's just higher than what you might expect. And I'm also somebody where I need a lot of volume across not just my accessories, but the big 3 as well. It gets crazy because I really wrote this down because it's just wild looking at, like, so I'm doing the most volume I ever have at this point. Like if I look at my squats across my 3 days of squatting, I have 13 total sets. As far as total sets that's going to my quads, if I include like my accessory work, so like belt squat, leg press, leg extension, it's 22 total sets, right? If I look at the bench press, it's like 20 total sets of bench across my 5 days. But when I look at the accessory work on top of that, and I've been direct tricep work, just direct chest work, so chest press, weighted dips, turn press around, it's 29 total sets. And then for deadlifts, 7 total working sets. Of course, that's the lowest volume for me. I'm pretty low volume responder, volume responder as far as deadlifts. But when I add in the accessories that we know build into my deadlift as well, which is still like the leg press, the belt squat, leg curls, and then some type of dumbbell barbell, it's 19 total sets. So this is the most total sets I've been doing. And once again, it's not even counting like direct tricep work, bicep work, stuff like that, or direct back work, right? But just in terms of the things that we would have that super direct carryover. So most volume I've ever been doing, and I have to push it all relatively hard, and I'm getting that now. Even my back downs, even though those are more like sub max, it's like even the threshold for those has been going up, and I've been responding well to it. Like yes, my fatigue has been up with it, but so has my fitness, and I just adjust and I adapt very, very quickly. And it makes sense because even compared to 2021, when I was trying to fill out the 83 kg weight class, this is the heaviest I've ever sat consistently. Like I'm not like a bloated or inflated 175. It's like I'm a true 175, 176. Like even when I have if I can go like 3-4 days of lower eating and I'll still chill around like 175 at the lowest. So I'm the heaviest I've ever been. I've recomped really well. As you guys notice, I'm back in my 13 millimeter belt. I was rocking the 10 millimeter SBD for the past few blocks just because where I was weight wise and how I felt on the waist, the 13 millimeter just was not comfortable. The 10 millimeter gave me a little bit more space and didn't hinder my positioning, but I've now recomped more at this weight. That's why I know I'm more of a true 175, 176. My waist has gotten smaller again. While still maintaining at this weight. So was able to put that back on, which obviously is also playing a big role in helping me a lot. But yeah, it's one of these things where as frustrating as the prep has been, I feel good and I'm excited. And it's funny because I told you guys way back in episode 1, like I said, this wouldn't necessarily be a prep where I'm, smashing a bunch of PRs. It's not gonna be fancy. It's about putting in the work, practicing hard to show up for game day. And that's really what it comes down to. Like I haven't hit any PRs this prep. I've only ever had a prep I've not hit a single PR. Not on bench, squat, deadlift, not a training total PR. Just been a lot of changes, trying to get stuff figured out. But I feel like with the amount we've been able to do since the week 3 SBD last block up to now, so just with that much time, like 4 weeks time pretty much, to be feeling this good is a really good sign. So I'm really excited for post meet as well. But I'm excited for the day because at the end of the day, I get to be on the platform with my clients, my friends who are now also like my head-to-head competition, and it's gonna be good. And shout out to all of you guys, man. Like seriously, like Michael, Josh, both Brian's, JD, CJ, like you guys really have pushed and motivated me this prep. Because I'm always watching what y'all are doing, especially those of you who I'm actually coaching. Obviously, right? I see what you're doing on a daily basis, but seeing the progress y'all have made and how strong you're getting, and those of you where we were kind of neck and neck, it seems like you're trying to like widen the gap, and those of you who were behind me now you're getting closer. Like it's what's kept me going, even those days where I didn't want to train. It's like I'm committed to this meet. I'm going to show up and do my thing, and I really feel like I'm going to surprise myself at this point. And I'm excited because that's powerlifting. That's what it's all about, right? It's like I'm here to compete. I'm here to have fun, and ultimately everything I'm doing is to make myself better. Even pitting myself against other people is to ultimately make me better on the platform, right? And at the end of the day, man, nobody cares about the practice. Nobody cares about the scrimmage. It's what you do on game day. So regardless of the fact that this hasn't been my fanciest or strongest prep, I still plan to come in and PR my total. I still plan to come in and push everybody that I'm going against for placing. And it's going to be a great time, and I'm excited and looking forward to it. But that's pretty much it, man. That's it for this video. That's it for the prep series overall. The finale, next time you guys talk to me, will be the finale, the final video, game day, meet day. But yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and comment down below. Let me know what you did. If not, leave a comment down below. Let me know what can be better. Like the video, share, subscribe. Keep it simple, specific, scientific. I'll catch you guys later.